Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about oscillators using op-amp. Oscillator is a circuit which generates a repetitive waveform of fixed amplitude and fixed frequency without any input signal. Means in this it is having a feedback amplifier in which a part of output is feedback to the input via a feedback circuit. Okay. So, in the oscillator main block diagrams are oscillator contains two main blocks, that means amplifier, first block is amplifier and part of that output is given as a feedback to the feedback circuit. It contains components like resistors, capacitors and it forms a feedback circuit, and that feedback circuit output is given to the amplifier input. So, this is V in, this is V out, okay, and gain of this feedback we can call it as beta, which is feedback ratio or a feedback gain. Then output of feedback is V suffix f, right. So, here Vf we can write it as beta into Vo. Vo from this part is given to feedback circuit. So, Vf equal to beta into Vo. So, it is a type of feedback in which a part of output is feedback to the input via a feedback circuit. If the signal which is feedback of proper magnitude and phase, then circuit produces an alternating current and voltages. That means it is the oscillator, right. So, in the oscillators there are no inputs, without any input it generate the signal, means this V in part is absent in the oscillators. Then how it generates the output without any input? So, that we will see using op-amp. Okay. So, using op-amp, as we know that all the oscillators using tuned LC circuits operate well at high frequencies. At low frequencies, as the inductors and capacitors required for timing circuit would be very bulky, so RC oscillators are found to be more suitable. So, there are two important RC oscillators. First is RC phase shift oscillator, and second is Wien bridge oscillator using op-amp. So, first we will go for the RC phase shift oscillator. So, RC phase shift oscillator consisting of an op-amp serving as an amplifier stage and the cascaded RC network acting as the feedback circuit as shown in the figure. So, first we will go for the figure how to draw the RC phase shift oscillator. So, as I told you, there is amplifier part and feedback part. So, for amplifier part there is one op-amp and with one resistor, that is R1 suppose, and this is RF. Okay. Then in the feedback part there is RC combinations. Okay. So, three RC combinations we are using here. So, here C and then resistor R which is grounded. So, R, C, then again next C, then R, then again third capacitor and another will be the third resistor. So, three RC combinations are there and this feedback circuit output is given to the input of amplifier circuit. Okay. So, this is your output. Now, how this circuit works using op-amp. So, for oscillators one criteria is very important, that is Barkhanson criteria. So, Barkhanson criteria, this is the condition for oscillations to take place. So what conditions are there? In that, first condition is that total phase shift of this amplifier and feedback loop should be 0 degree or 360 degree. Total phase shift of the loop should be 0 degree or 360 degree, and here for getting this condition for oscillations to take place, here 180 degree phase shift is provided by the feedback part and 180 degree phase shift is provided by the amplifier part. Okay. So, here what happened in this amplifier, before that one thing is remaining here, that is plus, that is non-inverting terminal should be grounded. Keep it in this mind that we are connecting this feedback output to the inverting terminal, not to the non-inverting terminal. Okay. So, this is very important while drawing the diagram of RC phase shift oscillator. Okay. So, here op-amp output is 180 degree phase shifted. Op-amp output means this part will gives you 180 degree phase shift, and another 180 degree phase shift is given by these RC combinations. Okay. So, total phase shift will be 360 degree. So, this circuit satisfies this Parkinson criteria. So, we can go for the oscillations by using this circuit. Okay. So, here inverting configuration is used and 3 RC combinations are used, right. So, this arrangement, that is why it is called as a RC phase shift oscillator. As I told you, inverting amplifier causes 180 degree phase shift, and purpose of cascaded RC section is to introduce an 180 degree phase shift. Each RC combinations gives you 60 degree phase shift. So, total it will provide you 180 degree phase shift, okay, around the loop. So, total will be 360 degree around the loop, and oscillations will occur at that frequency with the loop gain of 1. So, what will be the second condition of Parkinson criteria? Your AV into beta should be greater than or equal to 1. AV is the gain of the amplifier, beta is the gain of the feedback circuit. So, AV into beta should be greater than or equal to 1. Okay. So, this loop gain, if it is equal to 1, then definitely it will give you sustained oscillation. So, these two conditions, first condition is this one and second condition is this one, should be satisfied by this oscillator circuit. Now, with the considerable algebraic effort, the feedback ratio beta is given by, I am writing directly that formula for beta. So, beta is equal to r cube upon r cube minus 5r xc square plus j xc cube minus 6r square xc. Okay. So, this equation you have to remember for your exams. Directly you can write this equation. Okay. When angle of beta is 180 degree, so for that beta should be a purely real number. Beta means your feedback ratio. So, your feedback beta value should be the real number for getting the angle of, means phase shift of 180 degree, right. So, for that imaginary part, if you want this part as a purely real number, this number should be 0 for getting beta to be purely real number. So, I am writing this imaginary part xc cube minus 6r square xc is equal to 0. Okay. Now, solve this, you will get xc cube is equal to 6r square xc, then xc square equal to 6r square. Then you solve, xc is nothing but the, all of you know this, xc is nothing but the 1 upon 2 pi fc. or you can write it as Xc is equal to 1 upon omega c. So put this value in this equation. So you will get 1 upon omega c bracket square is equal to 6r square. So omega is equal to, finally you will get root 6r c. Okay. So your f omega is nothing but 2 pi f. So put the value of omega equal to 2 pi f. So it will be f equal to 2 pi root 6 r c. So this is the frequency at which you will get sustained oscillations. Okay. Now next, at this frequency the imaginary part is 0 and beta will be the real number, right. So beta is equal to, now it is real number, right. So I am taking only real part of this equation. Okay. So real part is which one? R cube upon r cube minus 5r xc square. Okay. Now r cube upon, we will solve this for more steps. So r cube minus 5r, xc का value I can put here root 6r. Okay, xc is nothing but the root 6r. Okay, then bracket square. Okay, how root 6r comes here? From this equation I have derived the root 6r. So I am writing here in bracket as a note that how it comes, this one, which one, how x is equal to root 6r. Suppose x is equal to 1 upon 2 pi f c. So it will be 1 upon omega c. Okay. Now this equation, see, omega is equal to 1 upon root 6 r c. So put here value. So you will get xc is equal to root 6r. Okay. So we will put the value of this root xc here in this equation. So I will get here is equal to r cube upon r cube minus 5 6 are 30. So 30 r cube. So my beta is what? Minus 1 upon 29. So my feedback ratio is minus 1 upon 29. And as I told you, for sustained oscillation, your Barkhanson criteria tells us that your loop gain should be equal to or greater than 1, right. So I will write next point that AV into beta should be equal to 1 or greater than or equal to 1. We can say like this. Okay. Now for this, what is AV? AV is nothing but the gain of amplifier, and as our circuit is inverting amplifier configuration, so gain will be minus Rm by R. So my AV is equal to minus Rf upon R. Okay. So I can put this AV. AV is nothing but Ra by R. Okay. So in this equation I can put the value of AV. So minus Rf upon R into what? Minus 1 upon 29 greater than or equal to 1, right. So it will be minus minus becomes plus. This is multiplication, right. So Rf will be greater than or equal to 29 times R. So we can say like this, Rf should be equal to 29 times R. Okay. So for designing purpose, this equation is very important. So for amplifier designing, your Rf is equal to 29 times into R. Okay. So this is about the RC phase shift oscillator. This is the analysis of RC phase shift oscillator. So in the exam, there may be question like this: design RC phase shift oscillator. RC phase shift oscillator that will oscillates at that will oscillate at 100 hertz. Okay, so we want to design this oscillator at frequency 100 hertz, right? So we have frequency, we know the formula for frequency, right? And as I told you, while designing any circuit in the op-amps subject, you should first draw the circuit diagram of that circuit diagram of that point, that is RC phase shift oscillator asked here. So first you have to draw the circuit diagram and then go for the designing part. From the circuit diagram you will come to know that which components we required, which components we have to calculate. So non-inverting terminal should be grounded, then here my RF in the feedback path, okay, then here is my R1, okay, and then in the feedback path there are three combinations of CR, R is grounded here, CR. You have to place these capacitors and resistors properly. If you change the places of this, it will change the functioning of the circuit. So your R and C should be like this, and then output of this feedback will be given to feedback unit. Okay, so this is your output. So what I want R values, C values, R1 and RF. Okay, and I have the frequency formula. So F is equal to 1 upon 2 pi root 6 RC. Okay, so I am assuming let C is equal to 0.5 microfarad. So put the value of C here, you know the frequency, put the values and calculate the R. So from this your R will be 1.3 kilo ohms. Okay, so put the values here also in the circuit diagram. R is equal to 1.3 K, 1.3 K and then 1.3 K. C is 0.5 microfarad, 0.5 microfarad. Write unit also. Here I don't have place, so that's why I have not written, but you write 0.5 microfarad. Now what is remaining? That is R1 and RF. So what is my condition for the gain? RF should be equal to 29 times R. I know R value. So RF equal to, I can assume this R is different, okay, this R is in the feedback part. Now I can assume R, this R1 from the circuit diagram, this is R1. Here also in the circuit diagram, if you have written R1 in the amplifier gain, then here also you have to write R1, don't forget that. Okay, I have not written here, so but you will write it. Okay, so this is RF equal to 29 times R1. So here also I am taking R1. Okay, so I am assuming R1. Suppose my R1 is 1 kilo ohms. Let R1 equal to 1 kilo ohms. So what is my RF then? RF is equal to 29 kilo ohms. So I got all the values and I have designed it at 100 hertz. Okay, so put the value of RF here, 29K, and R is 1K. Okay, so this is about the RC phase shift oscillator. Many times questions is also like this. RC phase shift oscillators are having, suppose second question is like this, RC phase shifts are having R is equal to 8.2 kilo ohms, then C is equal to 0.01 microfarad, R1 is equal to 1.2 K and RF equal to 39 K, and question is what? Determine whether we get sustained oscillations. Okay, then for that first you have to calculate the gain, magnitude of gain. So gain is RF by R1. Okay, so what is the gain? 39 kilo ohms divided by 1.2 kilo ohms. So my answer is 32.5. So gain should be greater than or equal to 29, that was our condition. So, here it is 32, that means here gain is 32.5 greater than or equal to 29. So, I will definitely get sustained oscillations. Okay, this type of questions may ask in your exam. Okay, in MCQs also such sums can be there, may be there. Okay, and second question may be in the same, will be calculate frequency. So, you know the component values. So, remember this formula, put the values and calculate F. So, for this sum your F will be 792 hertz. Okay. So, in this way we have discussed about RC phase shift oscillator. In the next video we will go for the second type of oscillator, that is Wien bridge oscillator. So, that's all for today's session. See you in next video. Thank you.